Hello, dear sister friend. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Today, I wanted to speak about one of my favourite topics, and that is challenges. I love the idea of a challenge. I love challenging myself, and also, like the challenges that you're faced with and that you have to kind of dig deep and overcome. Love it. I find myself, like when I speak to people and just general conversations with myself included, I find that I always go back to this topic. It's kind of like the foundation of you. So what do you do best? So obviously the thing you do the best is the thing that you challenge yourself to kind of be better at and things like that. And also I personally feel that you are your best when you overcome a challenge. I feel that you have this kind of energy, this kind of supercharged greatness at that moment, and I feel like you should bottle it up and keep it and just have that there for the next challenge that comes along, and then you just open up, like take a sip of that greatness, like just remember, like reminisce on how awesome it felt to be in that situation or to overcome that situation, and use that in whichever area you find yourself, but use that energy to kind of power through that challenge. And I feel like a lot of people kind of fail, or not fail, but like fall short of their personal best with some scenarios, because they always forget about how great they have been and how great they can be, and they don't unleash their greatness. They don't open their bottle. They keep it bottled up. And I urge you. I speak about this a lot, especially with my sisters and my brother. Like my brother, he's a sportsman, and I'm always just like, remember when you were at your best, do that, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, don't fall short of your best because you forget how great you can be. I never kind of played sports. I never had that kind of win-win moment. So my favourite, one of my bottles, my extra energy one, my extra, the joke's not coming, I should just be quiet. But one of my favourite bottles are, is the bottle labelled Nigeria. And if you know me personally, you would know that at the age of 15, I went to Nigeria for a year. I attended boarding school, and that was a challenge. That is for me, epitome of a challenge. And I've done a lot. I've been like camping with my guides. I've been like rock climbing. I've been like, I got lost on a church retreat and found, like, I think I was lost for about an hour or so, but it seemed like a day. But that still wasn't the challenge for me. My biggest challenge, not to date, but my favourite capsule challenge is Nigeria at 15. And the reason for that is I was like an alien. I was in a complete foreign world. Anything I knew, or everything that I had known up until that point, didn't exist once I entered my boarding school gates. My friends, my mobile phone, like everything that I kind of knew just wasn't there anymore. And I had to readjust, and also I had to make new friends, and getting used to something while kind of trying to appeal to people is difficult. I did it though, and I'm going to be cocky because I did it, and I love that I did it, and that's why it's one of my favourite bottles. It's one of my favourite capsule challenges or conquests. And like I said, it's one of my favourite experiences, because I went from this experience to that experience, and like just got over them all, got through them all. I learned how to study differently so I could pass my exams. I learned how to study because that's something that I didn't quite know up until that point. Everything was a bit like easy-ish along the path, like years 7, 8 and 9. Everything's kind of handheld for you, and you've got all your textbooks and things like that. It's very like basic. Get to Nigeria and it's completely different. So I had to readapt my my education, the way I learned, the way I studied, the way I sat exams. I also had to readjust how it, like, being friends. I used to say goodbye to my friends at 3 and that was it. I mean, I now had friends that I was with 24/7, and I had to kind of readjust to that completely. Devotional period, I think it was called, or just morning, early devotional. You'd wake up in the morning, after you get, like, even that, like, the whole way, everything that I went through was an experience, and everything that I went through was a challenge, and everything that I did was a conquest, and that's why it's my favourite thing. I mean, I could go on for hours and hours about what I did and how I kind of conquered this and did that. There was like a million, every day was a new challenge, but I did it, and I did it great. And so now, even when I'm approaching something like a job interview or an appraisal or a presentation, or even like before when I was in uni and I was doing like seminars, or I just started my 6th form, and even just starting and meeting new people, becoming a new classmate or becoming a new colleague or anything, I unleash my Nigeria. Like, I take a sip of Nigeria and I get bold. So I kind of want you to do that. I kind of want you to remember how great it was and how great you were at that point in time when you kind of you did it. You approached the challenge and you did it, and you did it well. And so just unleash that, take a sip of that, and be awesome. And that's my message for you for today.